My mom stopped me from celebrating my son's 10th birthday because my brother's kids felt like they weren't special enough. So, we moved out that night. A year later, their golden grandkids saw how happy my son was. And my brother's jealous meltdown shattered the family. My name is Nick. I'm 35, a locksmith, the guy with the scuffed toolbox and quiet voice who shows up when someone's key snaps at midnight. I live in a small rental with my wife Anna and our son Leo. He's turning 10 this Sunday. He's been sticking post-it notes on the fridge that say 3 sleeps, 2 sleeps. Like it's a countdown to a rocket launch. He wants a simple party. Courtyard soccer, hot dogs, a chocolate cake with the number 10 on top. Nothing fancy. In my family, I'm the background guy. The king you swing by guy. If there's a squeaky hinge, a stuck latch, a door that swells in the summer, call Nick. If there's a glow up, a promotion, a stage photo, and matching outfits in a field at sunset, call my older brother, Andrew. He's the golden one. He doesn't fix doors. Doors open for him. I don't hate Andrew. As kids, I trailed him like a shadow with a wrench while he trailed applause. Mom kept score in a ledger only she could see. And somehow he always had credits. And I always had character building. I learned to be useful. He learned to be adored. Saturday afternoon, I stopped by my parents' house to grab a folding table for the party. Mom likes to lend things with a lecture included. She watched me dust it off in the garage and said, "Come inside for tea." Her tone meant agenda. Dad was in his recliner, TV muted, pretending to be neutral like Switzerland in a living room. Mom poured tea, didn't offer sugar, and went straight to the script. "We've been talking," she said. "About?" I asked about Sunday. She paused. "About Leo." I waited. "You can't have the party," she said like it was weather. "Your brother's kids don't feel special enough." I blinked. "What?" "They saw those balloons you bought," she said. "And they're sensitive right now. They feel overlooked. A big fuss for Leo would be divisive. It's 5 kids, hot dogs, and a cake." I said we're not hiring a brass band. She smiled thin. "Postpone or make it a joint celebration at Andrew's. His yard is bigger. It's only fair. Leo turns 10 once." I said, "We've planned this for weeks." Mom's voice cooled. "If you choose selfishness, don't bring him here afterward. We won't reward it." The kettle clicked off. Dad cleared his throat. No one looked at me. Inside, something small and precise moved into place, like pins lining up in a lock. It wasn't rage. It was recognition. I saw the ledger again. The one where my son's joy counted as someone else's theft. "Okay," I said. "Cool. I hear you." I left the folding table where it was. I walked out with empty hands and a thought that wouldn't let go. He turns 10 once, and we are done begging for permission to celebrate our own kid. You don't arrive at a sentence like your brother's kids don't feel special enough out of nowhere. It's built over years, brick by brick, favor by favor, silence by silence. I grew up learning that love at our house had fine print. When Andrew needed a new bat, the budget stretched. When I needed a school fee, we had a serious talk about priorities. When he won trophies, the living room turned into a shrine. When I fixed the broken fence, I got a nod and a good man. I told myself I didn't mind because I like tools and being useful is its own language. But being useful is different from being seen. By 16, I was rekeying rentals for a landlord who paid in cash and complaints. I learned the sound of a cylinder when it's almost there. The way metal talks to you if you listen. I like the certainty. Follow the pins. Turn the plug. Door opens. People cry and say thank you. No ledgers, no drama. I met Anna on a lockout call. She brought me water and asked if I wanted lemon. Lemon. That detail still lives in my head. We got married at the courthouse with a grocery store cake and a tiny bouquet Anna tied with blue thread from her sewing kit. The cake didn't photograph well. It tasted perfect. Andrew married Jenna in a vineyard. There were drones and a hashtag. When Leo was born, I held him and thought, this is it. This is my whole job now. Make the world a little kinder at the edges. We don't have much, but we have clear rules. Don't lie. Don't keep score. Don't weaponize help. My side of the family runs on small asks. Nick, can you install a smart lock at Andrew's? He'd pay a pro, but we're family. Nick, can you look at our garage door Saturday? It's loud. Your father can't nap. Nick, can you pick up the kids? Jenna's spa day went long. At first, I said yes to all of it. That's how you keep peace. You pay the tax. But taxes turned into tithes. If I invoiced them, I'd be cold-hearted. If I didn't, I'd be a good son. The ledger always existed. The labels shifted to keep me in my place. We keep a budget notebook at home. Pencil numbers, groceries, gas, rent. I added a tiny page last year. Family jobs, hours, parts. I told myself it was just to remember. January through June, $37. Parts, $213. Reimbured, $0. Mom texted in March. We'll settle up after Easter. Easter, then Mother's Day, then things are tight in June. But Andrew posted a photo of their new espresso machine with the caption, "Invest in mornings." Cool. It isn't just money. It's the posture. The assumption that our time is elastic. That Leo's schedule can bend around real things. Last year, we tried a joint party for his knife. It makes sense, Mom said. Children learn to share. Sharing turned into our kid fading into the wallpaper while Andrew's kids got the center spot and the big slice with the topper that said, "Family first." The photos looked adorable. Leo asked me later if joint meant not really mine. Anna cried in the bathroom with the fan on. She hates crying where people can hear. I stood outside the door and stared at a towel rack I had installed for my parents and never got paid for, but I thought about sending an invoice with a line item for respect. I didn't. That felt petty. Besides, I knew the ledger would twist it into proof that I was calculating to why Mom has a tone when she says my brother's kids' names, soft and round, like a spoon dipped in honey. When she says Leo's name, it's brisk, efficient, like she's filing paperwork. She doesn't mean to. She believes she loves us equally. The ledger says otherwise. In the weeks before Leo's 10th, we planned small .12 balloons, $16. Hot dogs, buns, juice, $41. Paper plates and candles, $9. A used soccer net from Marketplace, $20. Chocolate, butter, flour, $27. Total, $113. Leo made a guest list of 5 kids, writing their names in careful block letters. He drew a tiny cake beside each one. He saved 2 seats for his cousins because he still wants everything to work out. Then came Mom's kitchen. Postpone or make a joint. Your brother's kids don't feel special enough. I said no. It scared me how quiet the word came out. That night, the phone lit up. Aunt texts. Dad calls. Andrew's brotherly voice notes. The pattern was predictable. Is a compromise really so hard? Aunt, always pragmatic. We're one family. Dad, pragmatic only when it's convenient. Bring the cake to ours. We've got a theme. Andrew, brand conscious. Don't be selfish. Nicholas. Mom uses my full name when she thinks she's saving me from myself. Anna watched me put my phone face down. What do you want to do? She asked. I looked at the streamers on our kitchen table, at Leo's drawings taped to the fridge. I want to give our son his day, I said. And I want to stop negotiating for basic joy. Then let's do that. She said. Mom's last text came at 10:41 p.m. If you go through with this, don't bring him here afterward. We cannot support your choices. You read that and realized support, in this family, has always meant control. I slept light. In my dream, I was turning a stubborn cylinder. It finally clicked. Sunday morning, Leo came barreling into the kitchen in mismatched socks. Is it today? Is it double digits? He asked. It's today, I said. It's double digits. We iced the cake together. I don't know how to do those smooth bakery swirls. Mine look like small waves. Leo said they were cool, like mountains. Anna piped the 1 and 0 a little crooked. It felt right. 9:12 a.m., my mom called. I let it ring. 9:14, Andrew .9:19, Dad. The call log looked like a fire alarm. We opened the courtyard gate. I taped a paper sign with an arrow that said Leo's 10 like it was a treasure map. Kids arrived. Backpacks, chatter, shy hellos turning into chaos, which is just another word for joy when you're 10. We played penalty kicks into the used net. Leo scored, slid on his knees, yelled, yes, like he was announcing something bigger than soccer. At 10:03, the gate rattled. Mom walked in with Andrew and Jenna behind her, like a small parade that hadn't checked the schedule. They were uninvited and dressed like hosts. My stomach sank. Anna straightened. Leo came to my side and grabbed my hand, his palms sticky with frosting. Mom looked around. Balloons, paper plates, the $20 net, like she'd walked in on a crime. She made the face she makes when a server puts cilantro on her food. Nicholas, she said, voice carrying. We told you the conditions. This is Leo's party, I said, calm. My tone surprised me with its steadiness. Andrew smiled like a politician. Bro, we're not here to fight. We're here to rescue this. Bring the cake to our place. The cousins are waiting. We've got entertainment, a better grill, an arch. It'll look good. Jenna stepped in. Let's be adults, she said to me, then softer to Mom. It's not a competition. Mom ignored her. You are making the other children feel less than, she announced. That's not who we are. I looked at Leo's friends, wide-eyed, clutching paper cups. I looked at my son. I looked at the woman who gave birth to me and somehow forgot that celebration isn't theft. You can stay and be kind, I said, or you can leave. Mom's eyes widened, like I'd slapped her. Excuse me? You heard me, I said. No speeches, no conditions, no rescue. You're guests or you're gone. Andrew laughed. Big words, little budget. Something in me wanted to list every free hour I'd poured into his life. The cameras I installed, the locks I rekeyed, the weekends I gave up so his could breathe. Instead, I did the simplest thing that felt like truth. Stop, I said. He blinked. What? Stop making my son's birthday about your kids. Stop turning our life into your project. Stop walking into spaces you weren't invited to and acting like hosts. Mom switched to guilt mode. After everything we've done for you, you turned done for me into a bill, I said. Every time. I'm not paying it anymore. Andrew stepped closer, lowering his voice to make it sound dangerous. Think very carefully about your next move. I have, I said. It's cake. I turned to the kids. Who wants to sing? The courtyard filled with the wobbly, loud chorus of 9 and 10-year-olds. Leo's face went shiny with happiness. He closed his eyes, made a wish, and blew out 10 small flames at once. He cheered. They cheered. It felt like oxygen. Mom stood frozen, then snapped. If you leave like this, do not come back. We won't be treated like this. We won't be treated like that either, I said. No heat, just fact. Andrew tried one more flick of power. Text me when you come to your senses. I didn't promise anything. They left that we cut cake. The boys argued over the corner piece. Someone spilled juice. Someone yelled, "Goal again." Life resumed. When the last guest left with a sticky goodie bag and the courtyard looked like a confetti storm, Anna leaned against me and whispered, "I'm proud of you." I exhaled for the first time all day. I meant it, I said. This isn't about revenge. It's about closure. We cleaned up, looked around our place like it was a map, and finally understood. Pack a bag, I said. We need a night away from the noise. We threw clothes in a duffel, grabbed papers, and Leo chose 2 Lego minifigs so they wouldn't be lonely. We left the faucet drip, the coin jar, and locked the door. The click felt like a sentence ending in the right place. A budget motel off Route 8. The AC hummed like a steady friend. Leo fell asleep between us, smelling like sugar. Are we really doing this? Anna asked. Yeah, I said. We are. We hadn't gone far, just far enough to hear ourselves again. 2 motel nights turned into a small sublet above a barber shop. The landlord said, "Deadbolt sticks," and handed me the keys. I fixed it in 5 minutes and felt like maybe we'd be okay. We brought what we could carry. 2 duffels, Leo's bean bag, the coin jar, a secondhand mattress, a $40 couch that leaned left. The place smelled like hair tonic downstairs and fresh air upstairs. Every morning, clippers and radio from below. I liked it. It sounded like people working. Then came the family storm. Week 1. 27 missed calls from Mom, 14 from Dad, voicemails about unity, guilt, and therapy bills. I saved them in a folder called Weather, reminders of what storms look like. Week 2. The money squeeze. Mom sent a loan list, including diapers from 2015. I added it to Weather. You can't audit love to make disobedience expensive. Week 3. The smear. Beige quote posts about ingratitude. Screenshots went to Weather too. Life shrank and got better. Mornings, I walked Leo to school past Mr. Ortiz's deli, lemon lollipops waiting. Evenings, soccer in the park, pasta too often, laughter anyway. I raised my rates by $10. My work's worth it. Family tried their old, quick favor tricks. I sent my new rates. $95 an hour, $115 weekends. Mom replied, LOL. Andrew sent a Yelp link. I said, great. Hire them. Dad called one morning. Garage won't close. Your mother's upset. I can come Friday at 2, I said. $95 plus parts. Silence. You're really doing this? I am. He hung up. They hired someone else for $140. Mom texted a photo of the mess. This is what happens when family doesn't help family. I didn't reply. Leo changed. He slept deeper, stopped asking about grandma, started asking, "Can Omar come over?" The answer was yes. More often than before that we started 2 jars, summer and emergency, fed by side jobs and tips. Growth was slow, then faster. It was boring and holy. When the car broke, we said no to pizza and yes to the repair. Are we poor? Leo asked. We're careful. I said that. He grinned. That sounds cooler. At the hardware store, Andrew smirked. Still playing handyman? Still playing eldest son? I said. You think you're better because you're stubborn? No, I said. Healthier because I stopped paying an imaginary bill. Summer came. 1 lake day, sandwiches, gas, $7 parking, a sunburn. It felt like the world reset to simple.in fall, the school counselor called.